Assalamualaikum. Aku dengar si Adam tu dah balik kan?
Hidup aku ni, bila kau tak ada, senang betul. Tapi bila kau muncul, serabutlah kepala otak aku ni.
Mana malaikat asal kau ni? Ha? Yang nak step alim lah.
Kau tak faham bahasa ke apa sekarang? Aku cakap dengan kau, aku nak rehat.
Saya terima awak pun sebabkan awak.
Ya Allah, terimalah segala taubatku.
Kalau kau betul dah berubah, ikhlas bertaubat, aku akan terima kau kan?
Ada Mak. Tapi Mam, layak ke saya Mam?
Forgive me. I saw what happened that night with both of my eyes. I can't continue life with you. I tak nak jadi lelaki yang dayus, pukul perempuan, pukul you especially. Siti Maya binti Muhammad, aku ceraikan kau dengan talak satu. Ya Allah, kalau betul dia jodoh aku, ya Allah, kau lembutkanlah hati aku, kau rapatkanlah diriku dengan dia, ya Allah. Kalau bukan jodoh aku, ya Allah, kau jauhkanlah aku daripadanya, ya Allah.
Have never be truly open regarding the loss of someone. I think it's time for us to bear ourselves and just be honest with our feelings, because we always ask people how they're doing, but we rarely ask ourselves like, how are you today? Like, how am I?
Hi, I'm Diana. I'm nervous but really excited to be part of Can We Talk. Mental health has been a taboo topic for a very long time, too long. And what people don't know is we have to treat it just like other physical illnesses too. And with Can We Talk, I hope that it can help the society to be more open to discuss about it.
our new talk show, which is called Can We Talk? Guys, can we talk? Okay, for this new talk show, kita orang akan berbual. What is it all about is that kita orang akan berbual pasal the taboo subjects, the kind of topics that maybe people are not really comfortable to talk about, especially regarding feelings and grief. Because right now, tonight, we are going to talk about the puzzle of my heart. So, apa tu puzzle of my heart? Okay, the analogy is that for this topic it's about grief. Kenapa? Sebab every time kalau kita buat puzzle kan, then if we lose like satu je of that puzzle, we still continue on to actually fix the puzzle, to complete it, even though with one or two pieces missing, because we have this intention to, okay, I just need to complete it even though it's incomplete. Nanti bila jumpa that pieces, barulah kita masukkan lah, baru kita insert sekali, betul tak? So the kind of analogy that we have discussed regarding this topic is that as we go through certain experience in our lives, we tend to find or lose pieces of our hearts. There's some things that that we do. Kita tak perasan yang actually sometimes we go through grief in different ways. Most of us grieve differently, betul tak? And not all of us macam ada yang automatically on the spot sedih, ada yang macam grieve differently, like act out differently. So in tonight's topic, we would want to share lah a bit of our experience. Just chill with us with Mai and Jana. Just chill with us a bit. Okay, korang kalau nak grab kopi ke, coke ke, apa-apa minuman, go and grab first before kita go in details. Oh wait, kita nak kena standby tissue dulu. Like, prepare tissue because we do have, some of our experience that can make you cry. And we can't wait because I think kita dah ada collect a little bit of questions here and there kan from you guys kan, and from my side as well. Nanti kita boleh share insyaAllah kalau ada time nanti. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Hiah Bayazid. I am the founder of Hiah Bayazid Co. And thank you so much Youthnazation and Triumph Film District for having me here and for the collaboration as well. And we have...
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Mai and I'm working together with Triumph Films and also Youthnazation.
Okay, below we have...
Hi, I'm Diana and I'm also working for 3M.
Okay, so for tonight girls, okay, rasa korang macam muka ketat je, chill, okay, relax, okay, sit back. This is just like a girls corner. Jadi walaupun Umar ada kat belakang tabir, kita macam biarkan Umar buat kerja dia sendiri. Okay, we have some people saying hi to us. Oh, wow, Diana banyak supporter. Go Diana.
Thank you guys.
Okay. Okay, for tonight, okay, let's just open up this interesting topic, the puzzle of my heart. So kalau boleh tengok poster tu ada gambar kita, habis macam kita semua macam black and white ni semua apa ni, tengah emo ke macam mana ni? Okay, so kalau kita berbual pasal regarding the things that happen to us kan, it's totally unexpected lah. We don't expect things to happen. Sometimes it caught us, just by surprise. And at times we can just macam, when something's happen, then after that kita macam, sekarang macam mana aku nak react ni? Ataupun macam, oh alah, never mind lah, I will get over it. But there are some of our stories yang bila kita tengah rehearse and when we were having our meetings, we were sharing then we realized that, oh, actually it takes a different toll on us lah. So after those introduction, I think it's best that kita share our experience first and then kita boleh give comments on each other and then how we can cope with that. So maybe kita boleh mulakan dengan Mai dulu. Let's start with Mai first.
Okay. Okay, first, can you guys hear me? Is my
I
voice
can,
clear?
but cuma ada buzzing sikit.
Muffled
Okay.
A bit je.
Okay, kalau macam gini okay?
I think it's still better. Yeah.
It's better. Okay. Okay, let's start about the topic itself lah, like missing a piece of puzzle of my heart. Okay. Let's just talk about losing someone. I mean, that really takes a toll on you as a person. I've lost my aunts, uncles, my relatives lah. But that it didn't really affect me that much because I was still young. So macam bila kita masih budak-budak kecil, kita tak faham sangat. But that's just for my case lah. So when my aunt passed away, I macam tak ada perasaan sangat sebab she is my auntie yang macam tinggal dekat Indonesia. So I'm not that close with her. So her death don't really hit me as much. So only one kan he's actually a father figure to me also. He's a very close friend of my parents, and we have this special bond between my family and his family. So dari kecil, since my kakak kecil lagi, my parents will always bring her to his kampung dekat JB, and sampai ke besar lah, sampai kita ke besar. So we are very close to him. Sampaikan macam malam raya kan, my parents will actually go there macam take care of what needs to be done, macam belikan air, siapkan makanan raya, and then like first day of raya for my family, kita akan pergi kat my nenek punya side, and then after that malam kita sanggup layan jam masuk JB to just visit him and just stay the night. So it's been like a tradition with my family and him, and he's helped my family a lot lah. Honestly, I can't express how much he's helped us, and his death was really shocking for my family, especially for me lah, because we didn't see it. Last kita jumpa is hari raya, that night hari raya pertama kita jumpa dia. He was fine, he was laughing. Imagine I salam dia, minta maaf, and then he's just like macam gurau-gurau senda gitu. Then hari raya haji, we came back, but he was sick. But macam kita tak fikir apa-apa kan, macam bila orang dah nak pergi, kita tak tahu bila dia orang nak pergi, dia pun tak tahu. So we just anggap yang dia sakit ni macam sakit biasa, so macam demam gitu. So kita pergi rumah dia hari raya haji pun macam sendu jugalah sebab tengok dia sakit sedih kan. Dah gitu kita balik, but my parents stayed over because my parents are so worried for him. So they took care of him. The next day, we received a call saying that my mom told us that he was brought to the hospital. Dah macam masuk tube semua, oxygen tank semua. Then my mom was already crying. So when I heard that, I'm like, alamak, macam mana Because we can't be there. And at that point of time, I was still in school. Then dah gitu, shortly after my kakak text me, I cakap, oh okay, they're gonna bring him home sebab he wants to be home. Dan dah gitu semua, I was still in school tengah belajar tau kat sekolah, I was waiting for my science paper tau, like a end of year kind of exam tau. Dan dah gitu, I got a call from the GO saying that I have to go home. So I went home. I see my sister crying. I see my dad rushing here to pack all our stuff. Then I tanyalah macam, what's going on? And then like my kakak cakap lah, mak call nangis-nangis, cakap arwah dah meninggal. So I don't know why I reacted this way. Maybe because a loss of someone hasn't really affected me that much tau, because I'm not always close to people, even my loved ones, I'm not that close to them. So when my sister told me that kan, I started to smile. I don't know why, I started to smile macam, huh? Like literally macam, huh? And then like she's already crying, then macam hati ni kan, even though my facial expression macam tercengak, macam tersenyum sikit kan, my hati ni macam really very heavy tau, like sakit hati tau. Macam to me kan, macam I can't believe that I lost someone that I look up to as a father figure. I lost someone that is really close to me, someone that took care of me since young. Yang macam even though I main dekat his house kan, kat kampung dia, berserak, bersepah ke apa, dia marah tapi dia sayang. And how when I injure myself, he actually macam macam ubatkan my kaki lah kalau ada luka ke apa. So macam sebab like the rasa sebab tu mendalam tau. So I got there and I want to cry but I can't cry because I felt like I needed to be strong for my family because everyone's already crying and my mom tak percaya, my dad pun dah macam sedih, my kakak dah tengah nangis. So I feel like macam okay, I can't cry. So I guess macam in a way for me to for me to hold on to that the idea of I'm not gonna see him anymore is to just be strong for my family. To just macam it's okay, you can deal with it later but in silence, macam tak bilang orang so that you won't have to show others that you're crying, you don't have to show your weak side. So dah gitu we got through the whole ceremony, dah kebumikan tu semua. So I sat one side and I actually cried by myself. So that was the moment they asked for like macam this is the moment where diorang tanya siapa-siapa nak macam say their last goodbyes to kiss his forehead ke apa tak, I forget. So I was crying at the side and then my family is calling me tau. Dengan cepat lah air mata, step tak ada apa-apa kan, pergi sana. So I just look at him and I felt macam just tak tahu nak cakap lah, macam entah sebab so I just dalam hati I just say macam thank you for all the things that you've done for me and for my family, and that I think that finally you can rest lah because you've been sick before this and I didn't know that sampai tahap gini dia pergi pun tak ada macam explanation tau, like kenapa, sebab sakit apa, dia tiba-tiba. So I just quote to him, I just say lah macam terima kasih, say thank you for everything, for taking care of me like your own daughter. Lah, so I kissed his forehead and that is the first time I actually kissed someone away. Tak, my aunt I tak buat, my uncle I tak buat. So that being said, I think I really have a emotional connection with him. Like, I mean, I look up to him as my own family. So, lah. And after that whole phase kan, I try to be okay because I want to see others that I'm fine. Show our like a strong mind to others, saying that, telling people that tak apalah, dia pergi pun, he's gone, so he don't have to suffer dalam dunia. Dia tak payah nak panjangkan sakit dia lagi, tak payah rasa sakit tu semua. So I just in a way orang cakap redha. That's why I tell people lah, I just cakap I redha. But I still from time to time I cry. So bila I balik dari JB, masuk dalam bilik nangis. Kalau anytime that I was alone, I will cry. Every time kalau macam I solat and I will doa, teringat dia, I will cry. Because he really meant, he's just really special to me. But how I get through this kan is, I just have to accept the fact that he's no longer with me. But I hold on to the memory that I've had with him. And every time I miss him, I will just say thank you for everything. I think that's how I managed to macam actually stop crying every night tau. So I just cakap lah, thank you so much for everything. Every time I remember you, inshallah I will doakan you. I hope that everything's okay up there and that I will see you soon, that kind of stuff. So that's my story.
Oh, mashallah. Okay. Okay, wait. You guys can hear me? Boleh kan? Okay. So okay, I have this when I was listening to my kan, I realized that the people that we meet or that have been in our life ataupun our parents, they truly made an impact, whether just some macam it's little things lah kan. It's not really a huge gesture. It's really the little things that people made an impact, and sometimes they made an impact secretly. Nanti kadang-kadang bila lepas diorang dah meninggal dunia, when they pass away, baru kita tahu regarding their good amal ibadah ataupun the things that they do for us, because people berbual pasal diorang, pasal their good things, their good adab, or maybe their good ethics, or their good characteristics even. And when people made an impact secretly ataupun people made a small impact to us, it slips in through our memory. And then it happens that macam suddenly we feel so lost without them. And then it slips in through our memory and leave us with that beautiful but sad goodbye. It's like okay, you went smoothly, you passed away smoothly, and I have the chance to say goodbye. But there is some things that is in us that is unexplainable. I think I understand what Mai is, trying to tell all of us. I think most of us will definitely experience that. Thank you, Mai, for sharing. Okay, Mai, let's hear from Diana pula. Okay, what about you, Diana? Macam, what is your experience in losing someone? Pernah tak you lose someone ataupun what's your experience lah? Maybe you can share with us.
It's actually, can you hear me actually? It's a very, very sensitive topic to me because like I lost my dad in 2016. He has been sick since I was a kid lah. He had nose cancer. Then he went through a lot of chemotherapy, but the cancer, he was a cancer survivor. But then the side effect was very bad. Like he lost his hearings and like his body become very weak. So macam if he jalan then he will like terhuyung-hayang gitu lah. Then like he always like talk very loudly. So macam like the typical pakcik-pakcik yang macam kat tengah jalan you see then you'll be like apa dia ni. So like people do judge him a lot. But at that point of time I was angry at him lah. Actually I wasn't angry at him. I was angry at the situation. Like masih kecil I was asking myself, are they playing a prank on me? Like is he not deaf? Is he just macam main-main nak tengok if like I'm a good daughter or not? But then like until dah besar sikit then I realised that okay, this is the truth. He is sakit, and like because of that our relationship didn't go very well lah, because like I feel like I didn't have like a proper father figure in the house. And then like I didn't really appreciate his presence tu semua. Then until 2016 he got really, really sick, macam demam, then like he was so weak. So we brought him to the hospital. Like he hated it. He didn't want to go to the hospital, but we insisted lah because like we really like scared something will happen to him. So like we brought him to the hospital. Then finally he stayed there, and like the sad thing is he was orang cakap dia macam dah nyanyuk. So macam he was like he retaliate macam like he tumbuk the nurse lah when the nurse trying to macam suap dia makan tu semua. Then like they had to ikat his hand to the bed. They had to ikat his leg to the bed so he won't macam like injured any of the nurses. So like almost every day my sister and I came to visit him. We take turns lah. Then like I'm not sure how he was if like my sister was there lah, because sometimes we take turns, we don't really see how he act around my sister, right? But then macam when I go, the first thing he will say is he wants a hug, he wants a kiss, which I'm not very like affectionate kind of person. Like I don't really like hugs and kisses because I don't know, I just feel like I'm not that close to him. But I feel I was close, just that because of things that happened in the family and with him and his condition, then because then that caused me to be a bit macam jauh dari dia. Yeah, so like every time he see my face, then he will ask me for hugs and kisses. Then I'm macam like, come on lah, it's like it's been 5 minutes. You asked me 5 minutes ago, why are you asking me for hugs and kisses again? But like I want, but at the same time macam ego, you know. Yeah, then like he asked me to main-main dengan rambut dia, like usap-usap rambut dia. Then like there's one thing that happened was my cousin visited him with me. Then she said, you know your dad is not going to stay for very long, right? So you have to be prepared. So like that was in my head all the way. Macam, oh okay, aku kena strong. Aku tak boleh macam, kalau dia pergi aku tak boleh macam sedih or anything because I already expected it. Then fast forward to my mom's birthday on 20th of July. We didn't visit him because we celebrated my mom's birthday. Then we got a call from the hospital. The hospital said, we need you to come here now because he's under emergency or something like that lah. So we grabbed there. We quickly like went to the hospital. Then when we reached there, he already macam like there's machine already connected to him. Then he very kaku, macam like. But then we don't know like if he's still there or not, you know. Then like betul we thought we still have hope. Then suddenly the nurse came and just show like a paper. Dia cakap, oh we need you to go down to settle the death cert. Then we're like, what do you mean? Like is he still here or not? Then the nurse just macam, oh sorry, he's no longer here. But macam korang tak cakap when we are on the way there or anything. So we thought we still had hope. Yeah, then my mom started crying like I don't know, she was like crying so badly at the side. Then my sister, she cried a bit, but then like I saw when my relatives started to came, I saw her macam stop crying. She was so strong. I was so confused at first. Like I was shocked lah. I didn't say anything. I just looked at him and just like talk to him like, oh, I promise you I'll make you feel proud of me. I'll make you proud. But then macam I couldn't cry. I couldn't feel anything. But I saw my sister, she was like very strong. Now it's like, okay, I think that's what I need to be. That's how I should be because my mom is already crying, so I should be strong also. And then when my the cousin that told me that I should be prepared for the time when he's gone, came. So the more I feel like, oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm laughing with her, like I joke around, macam, you know, oh my god, like then the next day, okay, that night I slept with him because they brought the jenazah home. Then I slept with him throughout the night. So macam like that was like I feel like that's the best memory I had with him, even though like he was not there. But then like I still remember that close to my heart lah. Then like the next day my friends all came. I cried, but then I stopped. I stopped. But the crying is just like 1 second kind of crying. Then like when my friends come, I couldn't cry at all. Like I was laughing with them, I was joking around. Then everyone was like very macam, why is she so strong? Then dorang pun ketawa-ketawa. It's like, oh my god, why are you so chill about it? Then I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like it's good for him to go now because like he is sick. So macam it's better for him to rest there lah. But then like at night, everyone was texting me like, oh keep your heads high, then macam be strong, don't macam all these positive quotes ah. Then I was so angry actually at them. I don't know why lah. I didn't like process it. I just was so angry. But then like I just like, but I didn't like scold them or anything. I just say okay, thank you. But there's this friend. He said, oh, I know that it might not be I know that I might not have experienced the same thing with you, but I'm sure that you're feeling really low right now. So it's okay if you're sad. Like I understand. Then that moment I straight away cry. But then like I cried a bit, like not very long. Now I was like, you know, you're the only one who said this lah. I didn't expect anyone to say this because everyone has been telling me to be strong. But you're the only one who tell me that it's okay to cry. I really appreciate that. Then but the thing is I didn't continue to show my emotions because like I was brought up in a family of like don't show emotion. If like I show emotion then my mom will be like, why are you crying? Don't cry lah. Later you make me cry. So I feel awkward. Like if I cry then I macam like, oh no, I shouldn't cry. Then if like if I say, oh my friends don't want to friend me waktu masih kecil kan. Then my mom will be like, I send you to school not to make friends, to study. So it's like I really cannot show emotions lah. So macam at home I'll be like, yeah, I'm okay. I think it's better for him to go to semua. But that I didn't grieve properly. That affected me so much that I got into depression a year after that. Because I didn't know that it was still affecting me until like a year. Then something triggered me. Macam like a friend of mine left me, and like I felt like, why is everybody leaving me? Why is the world is like this? I didn't know that this is how it's going to be like. Then in my head I was just thinking, you know what, it would be nice if I'm no longer here, and I just be with my dad right now. I don't want to continue to live in this world. Then like I injured myself. Like I keep on thinking of negative things, like nasty things, macam like I want to just disappear from this world to semua. Then until one of my friends like told me to ask for help, like because I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just macam, I'm just really really sad. I don't know how to process it, because I can cry at every single thing that is related to father figure, or like anything that is like someone is leaving me behind. Then I would feel very macam like, oh no, like I feel so lonely that I cry. Then macam it's a bit bad, because like I want to be with someone, but at the same time like I scared I'll be too attached to be affected, when they leave or they need to leave or something like that. Yeah, so went for um I went for help. I went to ask for help dekat poly, and they told me that I need to be sent to IMH straight away. Like they'll provide the transport. Then I was like, no, I don't want. Like I'm not crazy, like at that point of time I was like, what IMH? Then I tak nak lah, macam the what's that called? The stigma. And yeah, so I was like, no, I don't want to go to IH. So I lari daripada poly. Then I didn't want to go for like to eat obat or anything. But then like I finally went there when my lecturer guided me there. Macam she drove me there. She said, Diana, I have to send you now because I have the referral letter. You have to go now. Yeah. So after that, I already took pills to semua, but then it didn't work because I didn't believe in grieving, because I thought like this is not right. We are not supposed to cry over someone who already leave. Like look at my sister, look at my mom. They are so strong. Why am I so weak? Like I don't want to feel this way. So I avoided the feelings. I avoided expressing I avoided the emotions tu semua lah. So I just go through day by day macam. It was a bit bad, but not as bad as last time, because like I kind of like eat the medicine, but then but still with the denial kan. So I stopped halfway. Then after 4 years, my boyfriend, he went for NS. Then I got triggered, like, oh my god, someone is leaving me. And I didn't know that I got triggered by that. Like I thought it's like just because of my work. It was so I just started working again, then like it was going to be very stressful to someone. Then I was like, no, I think it's because of the work lah. So like I don't think it's because of him leaving. Then I went no, like everyone around me was asking me to go back to IMH to take the pills, to go for therapy. Then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of people asking me. I really should give a try. Yeah, and then I went to like chat, then like I asked for help for therapy ni semua. Then finally I found out like it's actually a relapse of like me not grieving properly for my dad, and then like my boyfriend leaving me made me think about that. Yeah, so macam I really realized how important it is to process your feelings, like when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're happy, you have to process it no matter what it is, because like if you just macam ignore it, it will lead to something that's worse. Yeah. So that's my experience with grieving.
I think when you say that you macam tak nak pergi to IMH kan, but I think most of us bila kita grieve I think kalau kita nak hide our feelings ataupun mostly we try not to cry in front of others. Like your mom and your sister, is it? Your mom and sister pun maybe they do grieve, but they grieve secretly, discreetly, somewhere that you cannot see as well, and then they do it differently as well. So kita tak tahu macam we are not always 24 hours with them. So kita tak tahu bila yang diorang take their time to grieve. And this is important lah, macam you cakap process of feelings. The first step is I feel that acknowledging that we are in pain is the first step to grieve. Kita nak kena acknowledge lah macam we are in pain and this is not good. So whatever happens, macam the reaction towards our body and mind, it is important for us to either get help ataupun approach someone who can can talk to. It is very important to be admitting macam that we are in pain. Yeah. So a lot of quotes, and then like Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, wherever the social media keep telling us, oh, you have to, stay strong. But staying strong is fine if only you tell me how. If only like they tell me how to stay strong. Because bila kita tengah down, especially when we are at our lowest, how do you tell someone, kau stay strong nak kena tumbuk ke apa dengan orang tu? Cuma kena dengan Mai macam Mai, dia tengah nangis, tengah marah and nangis at the same time, frustrated. Mai, kau stay strong macam kau diam. Well, because we have to, from that, I feel that macam we cannot tell people like to kau stay strong. We have to say to them that okay, you can grieve, you can cry, do whatever you want, but I'm here. I'm right beside you. I'm a message away, I'm a call away. Just be there for that person instead of not acknowledging their pain. Kita tak boleh degrade their pain, you see. Macam we cannot like saying that orang dah pergi. Okay, this is a cliche punya sentence. Orang akan cakap redha lah, orang dah pergi. Orang yang pergi takkan kembali. It's not that I hate that sentence, but it's the way they say it. Like, yeah, we know we have to redha, but as human beings, kita nak kena, we will feel sad. There are emotions. If we are talking about macam Islamic side, I mean even Rasulullah pun grieve when their punya wife pass away. So is Rasulullah not strong enough? So that's the question that kita akan tanya diri sendiri. Macam how do we process our grief? So Diana dah share the story, and losing someone, it's really really tough on us. For Mai, it's on the spot, and then macam sometimes cry, and then sometimes bila depan orang je, you try to be strong for them. Then Diana, you tak tahu why you going through that depression. You don't know the source. So when you going through the source, makes you find out that actually tengah grief pasal your father. Yeah. Okay, for me, I also lose my dad when I think I was 4 or 5 years old. I barely remember anything lah masa tu. So I seem like I get to kiss his forehead. I'm just so little. Jangan tengok sekarang lah, when I'm little. When I'm little, I was just walking towards his jenazah. Lepas tu I nampak macam the kain kapan just covered everything, and then that when my lips touched his forehead, it was so cold. It was freezing cold. And then I macam I touch him. Macam like, why is he so cold? dalam fikiran budak-budak tu macam, ini masuk freezer ke apa? At that point of time, I didn't know what to do, And like, because they put minyak atar on him, macam wanginya, because jenazah was supposed to be, that smell, that particular smell. There was a lot of people, so I didn't know. And I happily, budak-budak kecil dan just lari to the room after kissing him, and just macam play my sister, and then after that play my cousins like nothing happened. Sebab I tak faham lagi masa tu. I don't understand. I thought that my dad would come back lah. Then years goes on. When years goes on, I was I think about 14, 13 years old. That's where the relapse come, where I cry. nangis and buat hal, and just be at the corner and do not know what's happening with the emotions. Why am I suddenly so sad? Why am I suddenly wanting this, macam I want to go out there and see this person. Maybe I miss my dad, but why do I miss my dad? Sebab it's years ago, you see. Macam I'm 14 now, like 10 years, that will be 10 years lah.
10 years later I'm grieving. I was 4 and then 10 years later I'm grieving. Macam, what? I can't process my feelings pun. So I was okay with my studies. But as that happened, my subjects went down and I got lazy with my studies and just macam fikiran I berkecamuk lah. Kira macam confusing. It was literally messed up in my head. So masa tu, I feel that, okay, this is not good lah. I was crying every now and then I tiba rasa macam there's something missing inside me, empty. Something is inside me is missing and ada benda yang tak kena. So I was being called out to this counselling session lah dekat sekolah, and the counsellor sit me down. Then she asked me like, how do you feel today? Just that question, how do you feel today? And can we talk? Like this sentence, the same thing that she asked, can we talk? When a person say that to someone, it literally means that, oh, you are willing to listen and I can bare my soul to you and I can trust you lah. Sebab you are someone that really macam understand me, macam okay, because you are specialized in this, maybe you could understand me better. So masa tu I open up to her and then I started macam belum apa dah yeah, dah macam dah terus jadi crying fest, terus dah nangis, and then she said, it's okay, take your time. And I really pour out that 10 years of not grieving. That delayed grief was there, and then it's as if I just lost him at that moment. And I miss him so much, and I could remember all the memories, every single thing that I could remember, how I usually macam main dengan dia and how I kena marah dengan dia, how I kena always like, you know, he was a very strict dad, so he would like point out to me the things that I can and cannot do, and I was close with him. And the important thing is that right before he passed away, he fed me with his own hands. I suka makan asam pedas and nasi panas-panas. Masa tu kan, I macam perangai budak gemuk lah. I tambah sampai 4-5 kali. So my nenek macam, kau ni dah banyak-banyak makan, apa kau nak makan lagi? Lepas tu I nangis dengan tangan kotor I. Then after that I go to my father lah. I say, you know this nenek, my nenek don't want to give me more nasi and asam pedas. Then I say, okay, tak apa, okay. Share dengan bak, suap. So it was that memory that I had. That was special to me. It was at that very last moment that before he collapsed, that happens to him, and then macam that moment sticks forever. So as I grieve masa tu, I did stupid things and all that, and it was a reaction of my grief, and I didn't take it well lah. Honestly, I didn't take it well. But as I mature and I grow old, I fikir if I grasp the good memory, if I connect with the good memory, and the things that I have macam in my head, macam if I were to say, if he's in front of me right now, I always have this thing, macam if he's in front of me right now, would he be proud? If he's in front of me right now, would he say that, oh, you know what, Hiah, I love you so much, you are doing well? Would he do that? So every time I think about that, I rasa macam, oh, okay, you know what, I can do this. I'm doing this for my dad, and I can go through this grief lah. It's not easy. We are not all macam, oh, we are over grief lah. No. Do you know that we are still grieving? Most of us, we are still grieving, but it's just not that bad. We tend to not make grief destroy ourselves lah. We embrace the grief slowly. And we try to take the actions of macam, I know that this feeling won't be gone forever, but it's fine. I can embrace it and I keep the memory that is good for me. So that is my story lah. Diana dah nangis ke?
Tadi dia nak nangis dah. It reminded me of my dad also, because when masih kecil, I suka minum susu dari botol kan, budak kecil. So like, but then like I extremely case lah, macam dah tua pun masih nak minum dari botol. So like he always like hide from my mom and cakap, nak minum susu tak? Then I say nak. Then he will like senyap-senyap bisikan susu. Yeah, then we'll like sleep together. Then like I'll minum susu. Then he say, okay, don't tell ibu. Yeah.
What is your best memory for you, Mai, with the one that you lost?
The best memory is actually time raya lah. I have a lot lah. I have a lot of memories with him. Sebab macam almost every weekend kan, I will go in JB with my mum. Like drive like macam 2 to 4 hours to his place just to sleep over one night or like macam berbual-bual lebih balik on the night itself. I have a lot of memories but my favourite is macam every time raya. Because okay, I don't know that you guys know this dish or I don't know what is it what it is actually, but it's called burasak. It's
I
like
think I heard of it before.
dia macam lontong tapi dia lepeh and it
Oh,
tastes
okay.
different. Yeah, so like I've always loved that tau. Macam that's my favourite and I always look forward to go to his house because of course the kampung vibes, the kampung feels and also because of that, the burasak. So every year kan, he will always like no doubt he will always find that burasak for me. And then there's one hari raya dia cakap dia tak dapat carikan, like he told my mum lah like the night before sebab malam raya my parents will go over then living with me and my siblings at home lah. So malam raya my mum went over. Habis dia cakap kat my mum cakap adiknya burasak dah tak ada tau. He said that dia tak dapat cari. Then when my mom came over paginya she tell me, "Dek, arwah Ali cakap burasak dah tak ada, dia tak dapat cari, semua dah sold out." Then I say, "Alah," like I mean I'm sad because I look forward to it. But macam I still say macam alah, okay lah tak apalah. To me it's like macam okay tak apa because I like to be around him lah. So macam I just say okay tak apa, but are we still going? We are going right? Macam that's my reaction. Then I went over to his place. Habis I ask him lah, Wak Li masak ke? Tak boleh makan raya, tak boleh lauk raya. Mak bawa tau. Like I say that kind of things lah. I say adik buatkan ketupat because since young I always know how to macam anyam ketupat. So I did it for him. I see because I know that tak ada burasak. So I brought it over, like ask my mom to bring it over because dia tak ada burasak. And then we brought over like macam lauk-lauk juga. Then I say adik bawakan burasak tau. Jadi kita boleh makan sama-sama. I say yelah. Then he asked me to open the macam yang tutup lauk tau. Buka. Wow, adik ada burasak. Then look at my mom, tipu sih. Cakap tak ada. Then dia cakap memang tak ada semalam, dah habis semua. But the sweetest thing is that he actually asked like one of, I think is my parents' friends also lah. So he asked one of his friends to masakkan that burasak for me. It's like just for me, cukup-cukup untuk just for me. So like when I see that macam it's like so sweet. But that's like my favourite memory lah. Tapi sekarang sedih lah, like every raya kan I always tend to macam teringatkan dia okey ke tak. Like missing raya with him, like sleeping at his place, eating with him. That's always gonna be my favourite memory lah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Okay guys, kita will take a 5 minutes break insyaAllah. Do enjoy our advert and support us. Kalau nak support 3M Film District, follow us on Instagram, Youthnazation, follow us on Instagram, and then share this YouTube session, this live session, and hopefully a lot of people can benefit from this lah. Also if you would like to support me, if I rasa tak ramai kot tahu siapa lah I baru launch ebook. I'm a ebook writer, I'm an author. My latest ebook is called Atas Nama Cinta. It's available at Ko-fi, fi.com/the social media writer. Nanti kita share the link. And then I ada juga macam tulis-tulis novel sikit lah yang boleh buat you all senyum-senyum sendiri, sengih-sengih sendiri. It's called Mr. H and Marble Cake. So kalau korang nak support, insyaAllah do support local writers, especially sekarang tengah pandemik, korang mesti boring kalau quarantine order ke, kalau apa-apa kan. So kalau just stay home and be safe. Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes time. Do enjoy this advertisement. See you later.
Ianya bermula dengan sebuah pernikahan yang indah. Di situ aku mula bersandar kepada kasih seorang suami. Tatkala hatiku diikat mati, mataku mulai dibutakan. Perkara buruk yang dilakukan, aku pertahankan. Kerana pada aku, ialah yang terbaik di mataku. Tak jalan yang benar, kian pudar. Solat pula hanya aku lakukan, sekadar ingin mengisi masa. Namun di sudut hati, aku rasa hidup tanpa menyembah pada Yang Maha Esa. Tahun berlalu dan aku ingin berubah ke arah yang betul. Tapi apabila sang suami menyedari kasihku kini berbelah bagi antara dia dan Yang Maha Esa, dia menjadi cemburu.
Dia, tadi I nampak you dengan perempuan lain. I nak hantar makanan tapi tak jadi.
Perempuan lain? Mana ada perempuan lain? Mana ada? I kan kerja seorang.
I nampak lah. I ada bukti tahu tak?
Tunjuk. Mana bukti dia?
Ni bukti dia.
Tapi apabila pintu ditutup rapat, ringan tangannya memberi aku tamparan di pipi. Dan selebihnya yang terjadi, berit untuk aku ungkapkan. Segalanya terjadi dengan begitu cepat. Aku begitu lemah langsung tidak berdaya. Aku sering jerit nama Tuhan. Tapi tidak ada siapa pun yang menyelamatkan.
Berapa kali kau doa pun Allah takkan ampunkan kau.
Akhirnya setelah sekian lama bertahan, aku mengumpulkan kekuatan untuk meninggalkan insan yang bernama suami. Dan pada saat itu, aku bersumpah atas nama cinta untuk tinggalkan kehidupan yang sia-sia. Atas nama cinta, aku cuba mengubati hati yang terluka. Dan atas nama cintamu, ya Rabb, aku kembali kepada jalan yang sepatutnya. Hello, sorry. Terlupa nak on mic pula. Okay, we're back with our second session. Kita dah cerita pasal, okay, let's read the comments. How are you all so strong sharing these stories? Because I'm sobbing right now. Sis, we are sobbing in our hearts too. Kita semua tengah tangkap jambu, trying not to cry. But okay lah, kita dah share all these stories kan. Mesti orang cakap, okay, so how do you guys cope with it? So how do you guys macam when that feelings come, apa yang korang buat? Maybe kita boleh tanya Mai dululah. Okay Mai, kalau that feeling suddenly come of you missing someone, how do you cope with it? Or what do you do with it? You can share so other people can benefit as well.
Missing someone it can be in general kan. Okay, so what I would do when I have the sudden feel to miss someone is that the first thing I would ask myself is that are they okay, or how are they doing? And my instant reaction would be to isolate myself, to just macam have like duduk sendiri, have my own space, my own safe space for me to process the feelings. So I tend to, I used to macam put aside all these feelings tau, like macam if I miss someone, fikir balik macam buat apa nak rindu orang ni kan, like they're no longer in our life. But little did I know kan, macam when I do that thing, it actually accumulates tau. So the more you put it aside, the more you will compile into a huge ball of emotions, and that is when you actually break down. So when I avoided that feelings kan, I had like major breakdown that actually macam traumatized me. So I tend to do like my own coping mechanism that actually doesn't work lah. So from time to time, I learned that I need to face these feelings, even though it's just missing someone. So I have to macam come into like a peace of mind. So that is where I actually macam have my own space tau. So I boleh jadi macam rasa calm. I have my own I have my own space, so I can cry whenever I want. I can macam pekik ke apa, to just let it out. Because it's important for me to express it. But one thing about me is I don't like to express it in front of people. So even though when I hear your stories tadi kan, and even sharing my own stories, suara dah menggeletar sikit tau. Tapi macam the feels to cry, it's not there sebab macam my mindset is just to be like, I need to be strong so that I can share this story with everyone. So yeah, so that's why I need my own space. I will just give a minute to myself. I will think of the person. I would ask myself, are they okay? And then macam for example kalau let's say a friend that I no longer talk to. So I will ask myself, are they okay? Like what are they doing now? And then I will tend to macam in a way like stalk their social media lah, just to see if they're okay ke tak, diorang tengah buat apa, diorang sendu ke, just to check up on them. Even though like I have no intentions to talk to them. So just to check up on them to know if they're okay or not. And for by arwah Ali, I will just like in a way pray. I will ask God, tanya like, Ya Allah, dia okay tak kat sana? Dia aman ke tidak apa dia tengah buat, that kind of stuff. And then from then on, I will proceed to think of those happy memories. Like macam what we used to do, the things that I miss doing with the specific person. And then I will collate it all and then macam I akan rasa sebab because you start to actually feel the feeling of missing that person because they're no longer with you. So that is when I tell myself that it's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Like I follow this phrase closely to heart because that is what my mom always tell me lah. Macam semuanya terjadi, everything happens for a reason lah. Macam let's say I fall, macam tadi I terjatuh. Mesti ada hikmahnya, that kind of stuff. Like semua benda mesti ada hikmahnya. So I try to macam tell myself lah macam okay tak apa. It's okay that they're no longer in our life. We just have to hold on to the memories or the things that they taught us. So we can improve ourselves or maybe we can macam feel their presence tau. Just by macam reminiscing the memories. But then and there we also tend to macam get emotional when we miss the person. But what I'm saying is it's okay as long as you go through with it because as time goes by kan, you actually macam get better tau. Like you will start to miss the person less or you will just think macam okay tak apa, diorang dah happy, just let them be. They're in a better place, it's okay. Because I used because I've already had that part with them before. And when I tell that to myself kan, I tell myself macam okay, I'm special because I get to experience it with that person. Even though they're no longer with us. And I keep on telling myself repeatedly, it's fine, it's okay. Because we already had that opportunity, that golden chance to be with them. Yeah, that's how I macam cope with it lah. Macam just telling myself those kind of things.
Yeah. It's not, saying it is easy, but doing it is totally a different thing. It's hard. I'm sure our audience pun confirm macam, okay, senangnya cakap. But to get there, we actually, we don't see missing them ataupun, going through memories of them as a sad thing, as a disappointment to ourselves macam alamak aku sedih lagi, it's not that. But we see it as, they are a part of our life. How can we erase them? We cannot. Even pudu kalau macam kita lose someone pun and they are still alive, we cannot erase them out of our memories. We can maybe it takes time to forget about them and stuff like that, tapi when certain things or certain actions has been done ataupun kita akan maybe kita teringat when we go to certain places, kita mesti macam alamak, aku pernah pergi dengan dini kat sini, confirm punya confirm it will trigger that feeling of missing that person, missing that moment as well. So okay, kita dah dengar daripada Mai. How about Diana pula? How do you cope with the grief?
Like if I miss someone kan, generally, my friends would know that I'm a very clingy person, like clingy gila. If kan setiap hari nak jumpa lah. So macam if I miss that person, I will just text them. I'm the kind who likes to express myself macam, oh my god, I miss you so much, we should meet up. Even though like we macam things happen between us and then like we no longer talk, or just text, hey, I just thought of you and I hope you're doing well, because I want the person to interact with me. That's how I macam lepaskan rindu. But then like if like for example like people who are no longer here like my dad, it's a bit hard to macam do that kan, because like where do I go, like lah, so macam it's really hard for me to macam express it and getting a response. So macam what I learned, like like I said, I went therapy kan. So my therapist like taught me to macam write a letter to them as though that they are in front of you, like listening to you. So like I did that, and like I wrote like everything lah, macam my I feel guilty, I feel like awful, but like I'm angry because like why you leave me ni semua, macam when I like why are you not here when I miss you, tu semua lah. So macam I'm really talking to them, you know. So when when I lepas tulis surat, then I will read it out loud to myself as though I'm like talking to the person. Usually I will end up with crying like so bad. There's this one time, the first time I did that, like I had to voice note to my sister. I couldn't even type. I was like, oh my god, I miss Ayah so much. Like I was crying, I was sobbing, I was like shouting in the house. Then my sister was like, baca Fatihah, you need to calm down because like I was really like crazy lah. Then macam like, but then surprisingly it really helped. So after writing the letter, I didn't expect it to help that much, because like lepas tu beban macam lifted up a bit, you know, macam why do I feel like ringan. Then I realised that is my way of like expressing my rindu lah. Like just go to the person, like lepaskan ego, just tell them that you miss them, tu semua. And because you might never know when they are going to leave for good, you know, like you don't know when's your last goodbye. So like you like really every time you say goodbye to someone, you will never know if that's your last goodbye to them or not. Yeah, that's my experience. And I know Kak Hiah also has like a very good way to express the way she miss someone.
I have, okay, semalam kan I feel like writing a little bit lah. So I wrote this. I don't know whether I can share from here. Kejap I can see first. It's quite long. Bear with me. Okay, I read it lah. I read it for you guys. Okay. It's in Malay. So kalau you all tak faham, nanti boleh translate lah. Ada rindu yang susah untuk aku sampaikan. Rindu ni untuk mereka yang telah pergi. Ada yang telah meninggal dunia, ada pula yang berubah aliran waktu meninggalkan dunia aku. Pada mulanya aku sedih kerana rindu ini terkempul di ceruk hati. Depan orang, aku ukirkan senyuman. Belakang mereka, aku menunduk, membiarkan air mata mengalir hingga jatuh ke lantai. Rindu pada mereka yang telah pergi itu perit. Tak terhingga rasanya, sehingga ia membengkakkan di hati. Rindu pada mereka yang menjauh itu bukan mudah juga. Apabila tertembung, mulut tertutup, nafas dihentikan, lalu kaki melarikan diri. Namun, ada persamaan antara rindu ini dan rindu itu. Rindu yang telah pergi, aku kirimkan doa, dan begitu juga yang telah menjauhi. Mungkin tidak ada ubat bagi penyakit ini. Tapi aku setuju dengan keadaan sekarang. Aku biarkan saja. Kerana mana mungkin Tuhan meletakkan aku pada waktu, pada tempat dan keadaan yang salah jika Dia ingin menguatkan aku. Aku menanyakan seseorang, antara rindu dan sayang, mana satu yang kau pilih? Lepas tu dia menjawab, aku pilih rindu orang yang aku sayang. So that's what I wrote yesterday for today lah. So for me, as you can see, for me kalau bila I rindukan seseorang atau certain things that happen, apa yang I recover is that I tend to write a lot. I tend to, walaupun it's fiction ataupun non-fiction, I would express my feelings through my books. I write a lot either on social media. Dulu before I do e-books, I write a lot dekat Facebook lah. Then after that, suddenly macam orang share because they can relate to it. But it's like when you write from the heart, orang yang baca tu terus masuk dalam hati tau. Because it's different when you write not from the heart. Daripada bibir je macam, dia ni tak ikhlas lah. Because we know we can feel it lah. You know, if something that we wrote from the heart, it can totally affect that person's punya hati lah. So itu bila kira macam kata-kata tu sampai kat dalam hati. So for me, when I really really miss someone, jangan nangis. What I do is that I do a lot of volunteering. I create talk and all that. So masa tu I feel like, okay, I do all this. I don't think I'm good enough lah. Masa tu macam I doubt myself. So when I do something like, oh, what do I get? Biasalah kita sebagai manusia, kita mesti macam like, we need to get something in return because we are doing something. So there is something in return that kita kena buat. And I started to miss him. I started to miss him a lot. Okay, then I tell myself, okay, tak apa. You know, every little thing that I do sekarang, be it volunteering ataupun sedekah ataupun even talks, I would do it in his name. And then I would say, okay, Allah, I don't know if this is possible. But if this is possible, this amal is for him. And you know, antara bila seseorang tu meninggal dunia kan, when someone pass away, as parents lah, bila the parents pass away, ada 3 amal yang berterusan. And one of it is doa. Doa daripada anak yang soleh dan soleha. So for me, it's like, I don't know whether I soleha or not. So kita tak tahu, like tak ada cap kat sini. Semua tak tahu. So pada I macam, aku tak tahu tau soleha ke tidak, tapi macam tak apalah, doa je. So I pray to Allah that if this is the deed that I'm doing that can contribute to my dad, give him, ya Allah, give him. Sebab I rasa it's not easy lah. In the hereafter, kita tak tahu pun, to be honest, kita tak tahu whether we would jumpa orang tu. Kita selalu macam, we don't heard of people saying that, please ya Allah, unite us in the hereafter. Tapi kita tak tahu kita masuk neraka atau syurga. Kita tak tahu whether kita jumpa orang yang kita sayang. Even our family members pun, kita tak tahu kita akan jumpa ke tidak. That's the real loss tau. So I faham from there. When I belajar and all that, and I hear opinions from ada asatizah kan, I faham from that. I feel that, okay, tak apalah, aku dedicate this thing for my dad. Because this inspired me from someone else, from a sister who actually lost her mother and during Ramadan. And her mother really, really loved air katira. Lepas tu bila dia lost the mother during Ramadan tu, I asked her, you jual air katira ke? Then she said, yeah, I jual. This is how I cope with my grief. Because she loves air katira. My mother loves air katira, dia cakap gitu. So what I did is that I belajar macam mana nak buat air katira walaupun I tak ada knowledge pun langsung. I don't have like intention to buat untuk macam home-based business. But it's because that my mother loves air katira, I use that, you know, as a grief session for me. I buat air katira tu, I sell the air katira, she said, she sell during Ramadan, and the hasil yang dia dapat tu, from the amount that she gain or the profit that she gain, dia terus contribute to the badan kebajikan ataupun tu rumah anak-anak yatim. And she do it under the mother's name. So she said that's how I sampaikan rindu. She said like that. So kita dekat situ macam dah nangis. Kita dah macam tidak, no, what you doing to us? Padahal we weren't even like talking about that. It's just that she said that try doing that. You know, when you miss someone, but whether it's like they are still here ataupun tidak, if you really miss someone, just do it under their name. Macam okay, maybe this person, contoh kita ada saudara yang mungkin kita dah tak rapat dengan dia, tapi we truly love that saudara, you know, cousin or whoever, but we want to be close to them, tapi sebab diorang busy ke ataupun because of pandemic, when we do something or good deeds, okay, ya Allah, I don't know how, but I'm doing this. Kalau amal ni dapat sikit hinggap dekat dua orang pun, I bersyukur. So for me, that's for my dad lah. Like, if I do something, I would say, Ya Allah, aku bukan orang yang baik. I don't come with a good past. Maybe now pun I bukan orang yang baik. No one is. No one is perfect. But I try my best. I try my best to do something for my dad. Sebab I was 4 years old and you took him away from me. That's the only way that I can sampaikan rindu. Yeah. Okay, someone take over before I like continue and cry.
Yeah, yesterday Kak Hiah actually told me the story and it was really really sad lah, and like I also tear up. Like I really feel like I never thought of that before, macam buat kebaikan untuk dia to lepaskan rindu. I feel like that's a really a good way and a new way that I'm really excited and willing to try, and I'll update you if like it works or not. I hope the rest also will do the same lah, macam when we share, we are not just like sharing because we ada extra banyak masa, because we want everyone to macam learn from each other, and if you guys also have like things to say, macam your experience, like maybe some tips on how you deal with grief, you can also share with us so we can learn from one another.
I think kejap let me see that there's some questions yang masa kita share dekat Instagram story kan. I'm not sure if Umar, are you here with us? Can you help me share the photo dekat, boleh tak share dekat private chat? Cannot see, is it? I just see WhatsApp aja. Okay, let me see kejap if I can read. Okay, there's some story. How do you move on from someone you still love? And then how to handle the loss of a best friend. I think kita dah cover a lot. The pandemic has led to a collective loss of normalcy. Okay. I think mine has experienced this. When we talk about grief, we also talk about panicking if we lose someone we love now. We talk about that. So we have gone through grief, and then Diana pula cakap that she felt triggered bila certain things or happen, and then someone suddenly want to so-called macam leave you. Padahal orang tu tak, aku tak nak leave kau pun, I just go somewhere. But it's just that you are triggered. Maybe Mai can share a little bit of her experience that can relate to the pandemic now.
Okay, because COVID situation is like macam something new to us kan. Like even though it's been 2 years, and recently kita macam dengar like the number of deaths is macam makin meningkat. So kita sendiri pun takut because we don't know macam how this thing is gonna affect us kalau kita yang kena. And for me, how I think about this like COVID pandemic situation is just that kalau kena then kena, because it's not our choice to choose okay aku nak kena, aku tak nak kena, that kind of stuff. Ini semua macam tangan Tuhan lah, kalau nak kena then maybe ada hikmahnya tu semua. So a story that is really close to my heart about this COVID situation is that my family gone through COVID in early September. So it started off with my first sister. Okay, everyone, all my siblings is married except for me and my brother. So diorang semua ada family masing-masing. So my first sister dah ada anak, my second and third sister dah tengah pregnant. So the whole story is macam huru-hara because benda ni serius tau. Kita tak pernah experience. Ni macam bukan demam biasa ke chickenpox ke apa. This is something new. So kita panic tau when we got to know that my kakak got her COVID-19 results out because she was sick and she thought that it was macam normal punya sakit lah, macam demam sesama, because macam bila dia kecil-kecil dulu dia senang sakit. So to us is like macam she has a weak immune system. So to us is like macam oh dia ni sakit biasa, morning sinus ke apa. So we took it as that, but that one day she couldn't take it anymore. So she took MC. So pergi klinik kan kena swab tu semua. The next day, her PCR results shows that she's positive. Semua orang dah panik sebab dia ada anak and her child is only 2 years old. And you know macam budak-budak ada yang diorang sesuai dengan orang ni, ada yang tak sesuai dengan orang ni. Like kids will always have a favourite aunt, a favourite person in their life tau that they will actually listen to and be okay with lah. So my sister hantar her anak to my house lah, and it's just nearby. So kita hantar, and then we are worried because my kakak is close to her anak, and then kita semua dah risau tau. Then dah gitu tak apa, we try to calm ourselves down. Macam we try to think in a positive way lah. Macam just fikir positively lah. Dah gitu, the next day my sister bought the kit for everyone, and she asked me to swab everyone sebab I went through the course macam how to swab the nose properly lah. Then I takut, so I prolonged it to the next day. I swabbed everyone. I swabbed myself, my sister, my mom, my dad, tu semua. Dah gitu, when it came to my mom's ART kit kan, I dah swab, I was putting the solution and I was waiting. And I saw the first line showing. And then I was like, alamak, macam mana takkan salah buat, or like, I don't know, macam disbelief tau. Then dah gitu, the second line appear. Then I macam, alamak, macam mana nak bilang my mom. And macam yang paling sakit hati is, when I was looking at my mom, she was smiling at me. Okay, Dek. Okay. Then I macam, aduh, macam mana nak bilang my mom that she's positive. And lagi-lagi, like, for the older people kan, that has COVID-19, it will affect them more. And dia punya, it will be hard on them lah sebab because of their old age. So I was so worried already. Then my abang pun positive. So almost my whole family at that point of time, like half of my family dah positive tau. So my abang and my mom dah self-isolate, and it's left with me, my niece, my second sister which is pregnant, like dah tengah sarat, anytime boleh beranak, and my dad. Next day kita swab. The next day after that day is the PCR results. Got to know my sister, my second sister, and my niece, they are positive also. And me and my dad wasn't. So it's like macam kita kat dalam rumah dah tinggal 4 orang. 2 orang yang kena, 2 orang yang tak kena. And the thing is, my sister like, dia tengah sakit. And my niece dia tengah demam tinggi tau. And she's vomiting all over. And then I told myself macam, ya Allah, macam mana saya ni, like, I know that this virus is very serious, but I need to help. I need to do something tau. My kakak dah tengah gendong my niece, then she's vomiting all over. My kakak tengah macam, she actually twisted her pinggang, I don't know. So she was having trouble walking. It was like a disaster lah. Then I tell myself macam, okay, I'm going to help, but because they need it. Like my sister needs to sit down, and my niece needs to be taken care of. Kena tuang badan tu semua. So I came close contact with them. I know that is a stupid move lah, but to me it's like macam they are my family. I want to help. So I did help. Even though like in my mind macam I tell myself lah, okay lah, kalau betul-betul nak kena then kena lah. But my intention is to just help. Then like alhamdulillah, since day 1 until now I'm still negative. So when semua orang dah berpisah kan, that is when the pain actually hit you tau. Because I'm the last child, and I used to depend on my sisters, my mom, my siblings lah for anything at all. So bila diorang semua dah tak ada, I was alone in the house with my dad. And I spent my nights crying because I was worrying if they're gonna be okay, if my mom is gonna be okay, because suddenly out of the blue she has lung infection. And she's like 60 plus years old. My sister has a weak immune system. Dari kecil dia senang sakit. My brother has asthma. and he was in the ICU for a few days and he didn't tell us. The pain of it is that they didn't tell us that he was in the ICU, and in my head macam, what if he was in there and he never tell us and he's already gone? Like even though my relationship with him is macam kucing anjing lah, so gaduh tu semua. Even though it's like that kan, the worry of losing a family member, it's very deep, it goes deep. So like I worry, my mom is she gonna be okay? Dia kena ada app untuk record temperature tu semua. Will my mom know how to do this? Who is gonna help her? Like what if macam like she tak boleh buat ni, tak boleh buat tu. What if she's so sick but we don't know? Then my kakak, I don't know if she's okay with her anak. Like macam how is my baby niece? How is she? How is she coping with everything? Because I know how my niece can be, like very macam degil juga. So I worry. Then I worry my abang masuk ICU, I pun tak tahu. I worry my kakak. She's like, I don't know if she's giving birth soon or not because ever since she went to the hospital, dia terus senyap. So it's like very worrying tau. And then my last sister, she's also pregnant. And then she got admitted also because she's also a COVID patient. And then to me kan macam, what if I lose everyone and I'm just left with my dad? What if I lose my mom? And then straight after my sister. And then lepas tu my abang. And then my third and fourth sister. Like, it really hit me lah. Because I've always depend on them. Like, even though I don't show emotions, I don't tell them that I love them. I always depend on them. I always go to them. Even though macam tengah sedih kan, tak boleh nangis depan diorang. Just duduk kat sebelah, main phone. That's enough for me. But when they're all gone kan, I cry myself to sleep. I called my sister. I cried to her. I say, Kak, nak buat apa ni? Like, I asked her macam, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I don't have you to macam mend the house. I don't have you to help me to macam cook dinner or tell me what to do or to make my bed, to sleep early. I don't have anyone to be there with me. So, I called her crying lah. Then dia cakap apa, she say, I've always taken care of the family. Ever since I was like, because she's the first, so ever since the start, she's been there for everyone. Then she say, so adik, now it's your turn to take care of everyone. I say, but how? I'm just so young because my family always cakap, alah dik, kau masih kecil lagi, masih kecil. So it stuck with me tau. So macam I feel like, what am I supposed to do? I'm still small, I'm still young. I'm not capable of taking care of my dad or the whole household tu semua tau. Cakap tak apa, kita boleh call. Kalau rindu kita call, we will update each other. I will, if you don't know anything, you call me, you ask help from me. Then I say okay lah. Then she say, tak apa dik, I know you're sad. I know that macam everyone leaving you is taking a toll on you. Then she say, okay tak apa. Like she say, Anissa tengah tidur, so I have time now. So if you want to cry, just cry. I will be here. So like when I heard that kan, terus macam I broke out in tears tau. Macam I cried. I never say anything, I just cry. And she was just on the phone. She said, okay tak apa dik, tak apa. Nangis je. Kat lupa ada. I'm here for you. And dah gitu, I stopped crying. I say, okay. I think I'll be okay to move on after this lah. Macam I'll be okay to macam start to do something about the house lah, like slowly disinfect everything, kemas-kemas. Then like another thing is I called my mom. I always try to call my mom. My mom tak suka call. Dia tak suka angkat phone tu semua. Then lagi worrying tau. Like you know when you call her and then she reject the phone line or she tak answer. Then it's like, is she okay? Like because she has tiba-tiba tau, she has lung infection. Is she okay? Did something happen to her? Because she never update us. And the hospital don't really call us also. So macam we are living with fear because we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going to happen, what is happening to them. It's just macam haywire lah. Then I call my mom. I say, dah okay, demam okay ke tak, tu semua. Like normal daily talks lah. And then she said that she had to go, dia nak tidur tidur and rest. Then I playfully told her, cakap, okay, bye, okay mak, bye, love you. That was the first time, like in so long, I expressed my love for her. Sebab I don't know if she knows that I love her so much, because I've always been the bad one in the family lah, macam always cause trouble, macam get into trouble tu semua. So I want to tell her that I love her, but I know that I can't do anything right now to macam show her that I love her, because we are separated. And to me it's like, I just want someone to know that I love them so much before they go. So playfully I cakap, okay bye mak, I love you. And then I didn't end the call tau, because I want to see if she respond ke tak. And I said, okay, I love you too. And then it's like when I ended the call, I say, oh shit. And it's like my first time showing love to my family. And I don't really show my feelings and my emotions to them, because again, just the heart, like the happy layer, happy shout aside. But I still worry lah, even though I get to tell her that I love her, I still worry, because she's my mom. And I don't know how I would react when and if I lose one of my parents or even both. I don't know how you guys cope with it. You guys seem so strong, even though like you go through the whole process. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with it. Thinking that they might leave one day, or they might leave anytime during that my COVID situation phase. Tu dah stressful tau, dah tak boleh tidur berapa hari. Asyik nangis je, bangun terfikir nangis. Habis call nak nangis or video, that kind of stuff. But alhamdulillah lah, like this pandemic, this situation that I go through with my family actually brings us closer together, to one another, to the family, and also to Allah, because that is when everyone actually showed their love through making du'as. So yeah, I don't know lah, those out there that actually have families that has COVID, that is affected by COVID-19, or has friends that's affected by COVID-19, just be there for them. I have my friends that was there for me, and that actually helped me, but it's still a serious thing lah, so it really condemned me at the time.
I think macam especially now if kita semua lagi tak dapat that kind of macam respond from the hospital, we don't blame them, because obviously diorang banyak patient, tapi we feel the anxiety tau, macam what happened, like I don't know anything. Why am I not informed, like how is it there? And then and we I know that we cannot get hold of them. It's because they are too busy taking all the tests that they needed kan. So and then busy with like a lot of like admin stuff, and then a lot of things that happen in one shot yang dorang sendiri susah untuk cope. So leaving us unanswered, I think that affects you a lot, take a toll on your heart and mind. And walaupun you tried to be strong, but you were like, no, I'm the youngest. I'm not supposed to do this. Don't tell me that. It's like you dah terlalu biasa kan, macam dia cakap macam tak apalah, aku masih kecil lagi. Habis cakap tiba-tiba like you are passed to this like responsibility that you tak pernah terfikir pun that it would happen to you. Yeah. So that is macam, that is very relatable to this context and environment lah. We hope that those yang affected by COVID, be it your loved ones kena COVID ataupun you sendiri kena COVID, and then you watching this live, and kalau it comes to you, we cannot say like stay strong lah, but we do hope that you confide in someone that you really really love and trust. And the fact that my emphasize that kita macam bila this thing happen, it makes us closer to that person, because like suddenly we feel so scared that every second macam you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes.
So yeah, I think that feeling is truly it will affect us in our whole life, and I think you akan remember this like, okay, my family pernah kena and it's not good. It's not something that I would want to repeat itself again, but definitely it's something that I will keep by my side because this is what we went through as a family together. Yeah.
Yes.
So how about Diana, have you ever macam almost, the fear of like, kalau you lose someone, what will you do? Yeah.
Okay, so sekejap I pause battery low. Okay. What I would do honestly I have no idea because like I'm still going through depression, I'm still healing. So macam it's very macam on the line when macam if I lose someone, I really don't know if I will relapse or like I will be okay. Because like I will tell myself that I need to be okay. But then like depression is an illness. You can't stop it. Just how macam like you can't avoid it. So if it happens to you, just like cancer lah, you might never know how it happens to you. It happens. So like I don't know how I'll deal with it honestly, but I really hope that I can accept it better, and I hope that I will continue to have the support of the people surrounding around me, and like because the people around me really affect me so much. Like my everyday life is like if they show me that they really love me, then I will love myself. But if they macam like, oh everyone's so busy, even though they don't say they don't love me, just that I feel alone. Then I'll feel very macam terpuruk, like I will feel like oh no, I'm alone again. Everyone is leaving me. Yeah, I'm really easily affected that way lah. But then yeah lah, I really hope like if I were to lose someone, I just hope that I will love myself enough to not do anything stupid lah. Yeah. That's all.
Amin. I think macam when you share about depression kan, it is not something that people can get over it and be done with. Obviously people has to have knowledge to know that depression is an illness that macam flu ataupun demam, and sometimes like it prolong. Sometimes they are good, sometimes they are bad. Macam your emotions are high and low. It comes and go, and you have to deal with it. And a lot of people have this misconception of, kalau you sedih ataupun you disappointed with yourself, oh, you are giving me bad vibes, all that. Don't pass me that bad vibe. But why? Don't you tak pernah kena ke macam tak pernah sad ke? You tak pernah disappointed ke? Don't tell me that you have not been there. Kalau you selalu happy and smiling all the way and ketawa, you must be psycho then. Because I feel that macam semua orang ada that moment, ada that particular experience that everyone would face that depression. And there's this thing that I live by. Okay, if Allah set something upon me, set the challenges upon me, maknanya I am strong enough to carry it. But I do need time, I do need friends, and if I do not know how, I would ask, say, Ya Allah, what am I supposed to do? Kita selalu macam we only go to him kan. Macam basically kalau kita go to him bila macam we lose something, we are sad, baru kita go to him. Tapi we have never macam started saying that okay, you know what, Ya Allah, just give me strength just in case something happen. So maybe we can try that. Okay. Kalau macam dalam TV show, diorang akan cakap tahu masa mencemburui kita. kita dah nak masuk pukul 11 dah. Okay, just one last thing. This important question, okay, for the audience as well and for both Mai and Diana. Kita risau, we are worried about losing someone. But have we prepared ourselves if our loved ones lose us? So maybe you can rotate mine a quick one. So what have you prepared if in case, you know, your loved ones lose you?
I just want them to know that I'll be in a better place, inshallah. That I love them so much. I just want them to know that I love them so much. And yeah, that's all.
Okay, how about Diana pula?
Yeah, same lah. I just want them to know that they really made my life better for the past few months, and like for those who are still in my life, I love you guys so much. And if I'm gone, don't be too sad about it. Don't feel guilty or anything. I'm happy to leave. Yeah, I'm happy at where I am right now.
Okay, then me pula. For me, sebab I ada 4 anak kan, it's sad to like say, kalau mami mati, if I were to tell them mampus, nanti dorang will cry. So I would say, if I were to live one day, I would tell my children that you are surrounded with not just one person who loves you, but with everyone who loves you. Not me who raised you, just one person, tapi a village who raised you. And I give my children to in the hands of Allah lah, in the warmth of His love. And I hope that, you know, my loved ones would remember me as Hiah, who is trying her best to be better, a better version of herself every day. And I would send a lot of prayers, and I hope the ebooks that I have left with would entertain other people walaupun I dah meninggal dunia nanti. So okay, thank you so much for the 9 of you yang stay put. Thank you for watching us. We hope that you guys tak serit untuk dengar kita berbual. And yeah, with that, I think we'll end the session. Alhamdulillah, thank you so much, and thank you, Mai and Diana. We'll see you again, inshallah. Assalamualaikum. Bye.